And now, a dramatic beginning of 38 minutes, 3 seconds into the film. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Johnny the Voom, 2003. We watched The Voom.
We watched The Room. This film
Which
is considered to be one of the worst films ever made, but it does have a cult following, something like Sharknado. And this is season 2 of Bad Movie Reviews. We've made it through to a new season.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
And this is their first film that we decided to review.
Um, that is the most famous scene from this film. But oh hi, insert name here, like oh hi, babe. Oh hi, Denny. What? Why is there a kid who's named after a restaurant? We don't know. We don't know anything about Denny.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff here, and I think maybe instead of doing a plot synopsis, because there's not really a lot of plot in this.
Oh, let's just. I can summarize this plot in like 5 minutes. Okay, so Johnny is engaged to this Lisa person, and Lisa's cheating on him, but Lisa's also really awful, a really awful person. And she loves Mark, but Mark is like, I don't really want to do this, but he does it anyway because she's hot, I guess. I don't know. And then Johnny hears Lisa's mother talking about it, and then he hides, and then he records all the phone conversations with a tape player in another room for some reason. And then on his birthday party, he finds out that Mark is cheating on. Lisa is cheating on him with his best friend, and then he shoots himself. The end.
That was not a minute. That was a minute. That was actually a little less than a minute. But that is pretty much the plot. This film is very short. It's like an hour. I think the version
in
I
40
watched.
minutes.
Yeah, it's the version I watched. Cut down all the sex scenes, but
which there are a lot of them.
There are a lot of them. I was able to find a little clip of one, and it was just really bad. Like, I've seen weird sex scenes in films, but this was just bad. There's like weird music playing, like really weird music playing.
I watched the one that you put in the Discord chat that had the sex scenes in it, and I just skipped through them, and they were really weird because they apparently didn't want to record two because Johnny and Lisa have sex twice, so they play the exact same one twice.
Which is, I mean, I guess it saves money. I mean, there's a huge story around the room. There's a film called The Disaster Artist.
I don't understand the name either.
The room name correlates to Tommy Wiseau was like, he kind of said that anything can happen in a room, and it can change the tone of everything. So I think that's kind of the point of the name The Room, is that the tone can change drastically in a room.
Yeah, but Tommy Wiseau is really bad. He feels like an alien from another planet the entire this film. It's like,
have you played the Room video game?
There's a freaking video game?
In that video game, he actually does become an alien from a different world. That is the epilogue. When he shoots himself, he goes back to his mothership. So
I feel like you're lying.
I'm not. Look up the Room video game. Yeah. And also, Mark is an undercover cop in that game as well. They actually like add plot. But let's talk about some of the loose ends here that were not tied up.
Lisa, like everyone owes Lisa for some reason. You owe me one. You owe me one.
Yeah.
Lisa's mother has breast cancer, and that goes nowhere.
Yeah, Denny has drug money or something, but that goes nowhere as well.
Apparently Denny was written to be mentally disabled or something, but they didn't tell the actor that, so he just said all these weird lines normally. I'm not lying. That's true.
I mean, I'm not even shocked, honestly.
But the fact that they didn't tell the actor, and now he just said I'm in love with Lisa. Kiss me. All weird lines that he said. to Lisa.
Why didn't they tell him?
Because Tommy Wiseau is just not good.
Tommy Wiseau is so weird. I don't understand this guy.
If Stanley Kubrick ever met Tommy Wiseau and saw his film, I think this is what he would have said. I hit him. It is true. It's bullshit. I hit him. I did. Oh, hi, Mark. That's what he would have said. I promise.
Anyway, Stanley Kubrick is a good director, and Tommy Wiseau is not. But I think what we can all say...
Tommy Wiseau wrote, produced, directed, and starred in the film.
And I mean, I gotta give him credit. Like, this certainly, like, if this was like an amateur film, it's not completely terrible. And, you know, I think maybe we have to take it with a little grain of salt, because he did write a good story. This is a good story. No, he didn't. I like I actually do like the writing here. I think that the general plot line is good. I think that there's a lot of stupid loose ends. I don't think his writing is good. I'm saying that his overall like plot structure for the film is pretty good. Does that make sense?
Also, I just want to mention that they have weird fades.
Yeah, there's also a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of weird fading in this film. Actually, a lot of the cinematography too is kind of weird. Like they zoom in on people's faces occasionally for no.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Lisa's lying about me hitting her, but Lisa is loyal to me. Okay. Whatever you say, Tommy Wiseau.
I just feel like, first of all, Tommy Wiseau's not a good actor. Let's be honest. None of these people in this film are good actors. I don't know if that was the plan.
The best actor was the mother, who was still really bad.
The mother was terrible. Actually, I kind of like the psychologist guy.
Peter.
He was good.
Let's not forget that nameless guy at the party who walks in on Mark and Lisa making out.
And then is like there for a little bit and then like leaves again.
And then Tommy Wiseau just shoots himself in the head with the most stock gun sound effect.
I actually jumped because I didn't really think that was going to happen. And I was...
But it was just so stock. I kept rewatching it and I just couldn't stop laughing because of how stock the sound was. It was supposed to be very emotional, but I just hear bang.
Yeah, I think that scene should have been a lot more emotional than it actually was.
And then they do the choppy slow motion of him just falling backwards.
But here's another thing too. In this film, Tommy Wiseau is not a good person. Johnny is not a good person.
No, Johnny is I would say Mark is the most understandable person, and Johnny is the worst person.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark is just sort of like there, and he's like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
And Mark himself is not a good person, but he is the best person in the movie.
No, he's definitely like the character that like is the best in the film overall, but he's also terrible at the same time.
He's cheating. He's having an affair with Johnny's fiance, who we later learn Johnny has been with this woman for 7 years. And she just recently found out that she wasn't in love with him.
Yeah, there's a couple of fishy things about this film. First of all, I'm pretty sure they say in the beginning that they've only met for 5 years.
But then they've been together for 7.
Online dating? Question mark? I mean, is it possible? I don't think it is possible.
No, this is early 2000s. We didn't get the modern internet until later on. I mean, my favorite scene is when Johnny just threw a TV out the window.
I don't even remember that. I watched this last night, but I don't remember that scene.
It's at the very end when Johnny's screaming.
Oh, okay. I was a little frightened of Johnny in that sequence. It was like a horror movie. I was like, no.
Johnny's like, yeah.
Here's Johnny, but it's Johnny from the room. Oh my
God. He knocks down the room, and he knocks down. We have that scene from The Shining, and he's using his axe, and instead of saying "Here's Johnny," he says, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa."
He just breaks open the hole, and he's like, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." Yeah. I don't like Lisa's mother in this film. I know you do, but she has definitely very questionable morals. You should
Oh
marry
no,
him. Financial
I
security.
wasn't saying she was a good person. I was saying she was.
Funny.
Yes, she. My brother. She's complaining about her brother to Lisa, and she uses his first name, and she's like, "Your brother? Yeah, yeah, but it's my house." And now that he's seeing that the house's value is going up, he wants in.
And another thing too is that like she has breast cancer, and they just are like, okay,
I'll be fine.
and that's the end. That's the end of that plot line. They never come back to it. There's
Plotline
so
just
many plot lines that are just completely abandoned.
like Denny's apparently owes drug money to this dude.
But it never. Oh my god, what's his name? J J Cash. I don't know, something like that. Something stupid like that. I don't know. What is his name?
My favorite part is definitely that this movie in the first 17 minutes has two sex scenes, and then we don't see another one for like until the very end.
Yeah,
It's very weird.
and
All
they
in all,
constantly allude to having sex, but they're just like, yeah.
I mean,
Even though we had three already, I mean, even though we had two already, let's just stop doing them. It's weird. It's almost
um,
like this was trying to be like a.
it feels like this movie wanted to be a dramamentary, but it just wasn't.
No, this was never meant to be. The problem with this film is that it wasn't meant to be funny, and that yet that's all people remember it for is being hilarious.
I mean, it was hilarious. There's like in one scene we get a line completely out of nowhere. It's like the computer market is very weird or something like that, and it doesn't even matter because like they hadn't talked about computers,
And they also
and
constantly play football.
like there are constantly just lines that come out of nowhere that have no context, and there's never any context.
Honestly, this whole film is just out of context, I think.
I think the context of this movie is the documentary about making of this film. That's the context.
I, you know, I kind of feel like maybe we should watch The Disaster Artist because I feel like it would probably give us a little bit more insight into this film, but I really don't want
But
to.
I don't want to do it right now. I want to watch a good movie next week because this was horrible.
Yeah, what else can we talk about with The Room? The camera work. The camera work is terrible.
Johnny. Apparently everyone loves Johnny, but we just see him being an awful person a lot.
Yeah, he kind of seems
Like,
like the kind of person who would abuse his wife.
oh hi, oh hi. What's her? Oh hi, oh bye. He just loves saying oh hi. Everyone in this entire film says oh hi.
Which is boring, and it gets really boring really quickly too.
And also let's not forget about they apparently just everyone just throws footballs around.
Yes, I was bringing that up a couple times, but yeah, they constantly throw a football around. It's like Denny just is constantly somewhere with a football, just being like, "You want to throw it around?" And then in the middle of the film, they just start throwing the ball around. And these sequences don't matter at all, but they also constantly.
You could cut out 90% of this film, and it still would be this about the same, and everyone would still be confused.
And here's the best part I think about this film, is that the mother goes to the house, stays there for like 5 minutes, and then says, "Oh, I have to go home now," and leaves.
Oh, let's also not forget that there are these two random people that we just never meet, and then they go into a house, and then they have sex, and then we meet them later on. But our introduction is just them having sex.
Yeah, and let me say one more time, those characters have no effect on the plot.
No, they don't. We
only characters that matter.
What?
In my opinion, the only characters that matter in this film are Johnny, Lisa, Mark, maybe Denny, but no, Denny doesn't matter. And then maybe Lisa's mother, maybe.
Her mother is just like, he did what? Like, is a lot. She is.
They all repeat the same lines. I think mostly because Tommy Wiseau doesn't know how to write, and so he was just like, they can just say this. He probably just copy and pasted a lot of the script, honestly.
My favorite thing is that in the same scene we get I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. And then I did not hit her. And then I did not. That's 3 occurrences of I did not, 2 occurrences of it, and 3 occurrences of I.
Honestly, that scene is memed on so much, and we've already talked about it probably for a good couple minutes. But that scene is like the definition of like what a meme is. Like the line delivery is terrible, but so is the rest of the film. Let's be honest, this entire film is like that. There's so many good untapped markets for memes in the room, and I'm really shocked that we don't have more room memes because every single line is just delivered terribly.
I really want them to the next meme is just gonna be, Lisa talking about computers out of context.
Please.
Because that just happens. I don't know when, but it just happens. Also, don't. If you are a person who likes movies and you haven't seen this movie, continue to live your life because, while it is a very memeable movie, it's not good.
It's not good. Here's the one thing I will say. If you do plan on watching The Room, a lot of people actually say this film is good. It's not. It's really not. It's not even like Sharknado where it's so good it's bad. I mean, it's so bad it's good. That doesn't. It's so good it's bad.
It's so good it's bad. That's
Citizen Kane, anybody?
Oh no! I'm watching Doctor Strangelove, and it was really good, but I don't like it that much because it was so good.
There was not a dull moment, and I was just it made me mad. Actually, that's probably a thing. I bet there's probably a good film that's so perfect.
That is not, by the way. That is. We will eventually watch Doctor Strangelove because I need to watch this film again.
Yeah, I think that's your favorite movie, right?
Yes.
Well, besides
if it's not on streaming, just buy it. It's really good.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of older movies, and I'm sure that you'll get around to making sure we watch a lot of older movies. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna figure it out.
I don't think Anyways, that's a review of The Room. It was very short, but I don't know. There's not a lot to talk about.
There's really not a lot to talk about with this film. It's very short, but also a lot of it is basically repeated. We gave the major gist of the film.
Anyways, what's our consensus? I give it a freaking 10 out of 10, bro. No.
In all honesty,
no. I think this might be my first negative review because it's -1 out of 10.
I wasn't gonna go that harsh, but I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10. I think that this film's only redeemable quality is the fact that it can be memed, and if you take it into account that it's a comedy, it's actually really quite good.
If you watch it thinking it's a comedy rather than a drama, it's funny. But if you watch it thinking it's gonna be a drama, you're still gonna laugh.
And I will say one thing. I think that the little twist at the end where Tommy ends up killing himself. I think that, not Tommy. Well, I guess it is Tommy, but Johnny. Johnny ends up killing himself at the end of the film.
Spoiler alert for
yeah, well, of course.
18-year-old film. I just realized it's 18 years
old. Of course there's
going
to be spoilers. I'm not even going to...
wait, no, it's not going to be... It's
going to be 18. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. It's going to be 18 years old this year.
Yeah.
At some point.
At some point this year, it will be 18. It might already be 18, but I don't think that's true.
I don't care. You know what? Freaking... That's it.
That's the review.
I'm going to leave you with one final statement. If you have seen this film, which a lot of people have, or if you want to see it again, or you haven't seen it before, it's on YouTube.
Yes, it's literally.
Don't waste your money buying this awful film. Just watch it on YouTube.
There's
Because
so many like people who will just constantly put it on YouTube, and you can't even. It's not on a streaming site, so you really can't like. You can't really get it off anything else. But
however, gonna be watching a good film next week. I don't know which one yet,
yes,
but because we watched a sexology of awful films, and then we watched one of the worst films ever made. So I need a palate cleanser, or else this podcast won't last much longer.
yeah, we're gonna be just so dead inside. We're gonna be like, this movie sucks. This movie. So that's gonna do it.
That's why this is so this review is so short, because I can't bring myself to like talk about it as much.
Yeah. So that's gonna.
To...
Oh, you have more.
That's gonna do it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, give suggestions for good films in the comments, because I don't want any more bad films.
Yes, but also give comments for bad films, because yes, we will get around to reviewing every bad film ever made. That is the whole point of this podcast. We will literally
every bad film ever made. I'm gonna go break an escalator now,
and I'm gonna go clean out my eyeballs. All right, bye.